You probably clicked this video because you're thinking about buying a VR headset. Well, I can promise you right now that I will give you the information to make up your mind by the end of this video. I'll answer all the common excuses and questions that people have for VR. Questions like, which headset should I get? Or excuses like, it's just too expensive right now. I am here to arm you with the knowledge to look past those barriers and completely consider, in the open, whether or not you should get a VR headset. I'm not one for long intros, so I'll sum up the video here. Though I recommend you watch it all, because this information is very valuable to have. Who knows, you may just be surprised. Starting off, we have the Oculus Rift. The Oculus Rift is the first modern VR headset to have come out, and it still remains strong to this day, and it boasts a cheaper price of $349 USD. If you're interested in VR, I think this is definitely one of the best headsets to buy as a first timer. I say this because, due to the Oculus Quest and Oculus Rift S, the Rift has been taken off store shelves, so it's no longer for sale. This means that while the new headsets are selling, people are going to be selling their old ones, which is a great time to buy used and cheap. Despite being the first, however, the Rift specs are nothing to scoff at. It is fitted with a pair of OLED displays, and, if you don't know what that is, an OLED display is basically when each pixel provides its own light and is powered individually, which is different from other LED displays in that it isn't a backlight. The resolution comes in at 2160 by 1200 with a 110 degree field of view and 90 Hz refresh rates, which can definitely help if you get motion sick. The headset features a mechanical slider to adjust for your IPD, which is the distance between your eyes. This is a feature that some newer headsets have dropped for some reason. The Rift comes with headphones and a mic built in, as well as a 4-meter cable, 2 controllers, and 2 outside sensors to track your movement. In my experience, you don't need a great computer to use the Rift, or any VR headset. It's mostly dependent on what you're playing when it comes to what your system requirements should be. But if you're on a desktop, you will need at least 1 DisplayPort and 1 HDMI port, or 2 HDMI ports, 1 for your monitor and 1 for the Rift. You'll also need 3 USB 3.0 ports. You can tell those apart by the blue bit they usually have inside. As to what I personally think about the Rift, I think it's great. It didn't take long for me to get both of my sensors working perfectly, rarely missing a movement, if at all, and in my device settings, they're perfect. It didn't take me too long to perfect it either. Overall, I'd say the Rift is still definitely a solid buy. Its price, age, and simple setup makes it very appealing to first-time users, and definitely worth looking into if you're interested. Next, we have the aforementioned Oculus Quest. The Quest comes in at $399 USD, and it is a portable VR headset. It features its own built-in motherboard, which is the same one the Android Samsung S8 uses. The headset is wireless and doesn't require a PC to function. It features a dual OLED display with a 2880 by 1600 pixel resolution. It has a 72 Hz refresh rate, and it is unknown but speculated that the field of view is between 95 and 100. It doesn't have focus adjustment like most other headsets, though it does have IPD adjustment, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack, and will likely feature built-in headphones. It features a built-in microphone and inside-out tracking, meaning it tracks your movements from the headset, so you don't need lighthouse trackers. The Quest has Bluetooth capabilities, and requires a USB-C cable, presumably to charge it with. I believe the Quest is better for those who don't have VR-capable PCs or don't want to be bound by cables. Some drawbacks are the reported cases of inside-out tracking being unreliable or bad, only providing a 180-degree play space, and the fact that it uses a phone's motherboard, meaning bigger, more demanding games cannot be run on the Quest. Personally though, I believe this is still a good buy for more casual gamers, or people who travel a lot, and definitely worth it if you're unsure about splurging on a gaming PC to get VR. Last in the Oculus series, for now, we have the Oculus Rift S. The Oculus Rift S is supposed to be a step ahead of the original Rift, though many have said it feels more like a sidestep in that it didn't really add anything new, it just changed things. The Rift S costs $399 USD and features an impressive dual display, 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution, though on an LED screen. The issue with this is it's essentially a TV inside, which personally I think is a bad decision. The Rift S features 80 Hz refresh rates and a 150 degree field of view. The IPD is not adjustable and fixed at 62 degrees, which means about 30% of people will not be able to comfortably use it, if at all. The Rift S comes with an allegedly incredibly comfortable audio strap and integrated headphones and mic. It comes with inside-out tracking, meaning no lighthouse sensors, and boasts a 5-camera sensor internal tracking. It has improved light blocking, increased comfort, and a single cable connection. That single cable is 5 meters and it's connected to the headset. It splits off at the end to a DisplayPort cable and a USB 3.0. The Rift S has been reported as being a bit heavier than its predecessor, or rather cousin. It will be released in spring 2019, Personally though, I don't think it's worth buying due to the inside-out tracking and LED display. Though these are things that I just don't like, and if you don't mind it still stands as a solid buy. Next we have the HTC Vive. The HTC Vive, coming in at $520 USD, is the direct competitor to the Oculus Rift. It was originally priced the same as the Rift, but is now a fair bit more expensive due to the Rift's price drops. The Vive features excellent tracking, which is enabled by a pair of lighthouse trackers that come with it. While it comes with a mic, it doesn't come with headphones built in, so you'll need to buy an audio strap and a pair of headphones, which does give you the opportunity to use your own audio quality if that's what you're after. The Vive lacks in general ergonomics, such as the headset being front-heavy, as well as the controller design being flawed and, according to reviews, strange feeling, though far from unusable. The Vive offers the same specs as the Rift, with its still impressive OLED displays, 2060 by 1200 resolution, 90Hz refresh rate, and 110 degree field of view, though most agree that it definitely feels more like 110 degrees than the Rift does, so bear that in mind. The Vive also has a mechanical slider for IPD adjustment, but again, it does lack built-in headphones, so if you're on a budget, this might not be the headset for you. As for requirements, the Vive has a 4.5 meter long cable and requires one HDMI port and one USB 2.0 or greater port. Though reviews have said it seems to prefer a 2.0 port, so do some at-home testing and see what works better for you. Overall, the Vive is a solid buy if you have money for the audio strap and headphones, and space to use it, because it has more room scale optimized hardware. So if you're lacking in either, you're probably better off with something else. Lastly, for the high-end headsets, we have the more expensive HTC Vive Pro. I'll be reviewing the HTC Vive Pro with the full set, so that means controllers, lighthouse, everything. The HTC Vive Pro with the full set comes in at $1,100 USD. Yes, that's $1,100. The full set includes built-in high-res headphones and mic, controllers, and 2 lighthouse trackers, while the other buying option is just the headset itself. The Vive Pro has upgraded lighthouse trackers, which allows for more play space and higher quality tracking. Another step up from the original Vive is the resolution, coming in at 2880 by 1600 pixel resolution with AMOLED displays, which allow for faster pixels and a better experience overall. The Vive Pro has 90Hz refresh rates and 110 degrees field of view. The built-in headset is removable, so you can replace it with your own if you'd like. It also comes with its own mic. As for display, it requires a DisplayPort, which may make it inaccessible to some people. A big feature of the Vive Pro that may change your mind though, is the eye tracking, though it is, however, limited by the games you play. That's about what the Vive Pro has to offer over the Vive, so you can decide for yourself if it's worth the extra money, though personally, I don't think doubling the price is justified. For mixed reality headsets, there's really so much to choose from, so I'll only look at a couple of them. Starting off, we have the lower tier headset, the HP Mixed Reality headset, which from now on I'll call the HP VR. It comes in at about $268 USD and comes with 2 wireless controllers and an HDMI DisplayPort cable with the standard USB 3.0 at the end. The HP VR offers a dual display with 2880 by 1440 resolution, a 90Hz refresh rate, and a 100 degree field of view, which, according to reviews, isn't really that great. The controllers look similar to the HTC Vives and look strange, but no reviews listed this as an issue they had with the headset, so it's safe to say the controllers are alright. The HP VR lacks built-in audio, so you'll likely need to buy an audio strap and some headphones for it. The HP VR includes inside-out tracking, which, as I mentioned before, is not an ideal form of tracking because it means your hands can only move where your headset can see them. The controllers require Bluetooth to function, which is a big drawback if you don't have it, as then you'll need a Bluetooth dongle. It also lacks adjustable IPD distance and doesn't come with the controllers or dongle on Amazon, despite it saying it does, which is a pain if you aren't aware of this. There's not really much to say about the HP VR. The reviews seem to conflict with each other, which leads me to believe it's one of those things that sometimes doesn't work, but is okay when it does. I personally wouldn't buy it, but if you're going for a really budget option, this is probably the cheapest option that can still play higher end games. For the higher end off-brand headset, the Samsung HMD Odyssey Plus costs $500 USD and features a 3.5-inch AMOLED display with 2880 by 1600 pixels. It has a 110 degree field of view with a 90Hz refresh rate. The Odyssey Plus has integrated headphones and mic, inside-out tracking, and features premium cooling fabric, which Samsung claims prevents fogging of the lenses. The Odyssey Plus requires an HDMI port and USB 3.0 port for its 4-meter cable and has an IPD slider, the range of which is 60mm to 72mm. The controllers are similar to the HP VR, in that they appear to be average in terms of ergonomics, though it doesn't require Bluetooth to function. I personally believe this is a decent purchase. Despite the inside-out tracking, the comfort of the headset and the high specs of the actual headset make it worth checking out. Though it is definitely a risk buying a more unofficial headset like this, as some reviews say theirs came not working or had technical issues with it right out the box, so I wouldn't recommend this one for beginners. Lastly, we have what I believe to be the best option on this list, the Valve Index. The Valve Index has a very limited information on it right now, but I'll share what is known. The Index is speculated to cost around $400 to $500 USD to compete with the Rift and the Vive. It will supposedly come with the headset itself, integrated headphones, a tether with a DisplayPort and USB 3.0 cable, a power adapter, regionalized power adapter plugs, 2 face gaskets, and a cleaning cloth. The controller is almost confirmed as being sold separately, which many people will believe as a sign meaning other VR headsets controllers will be compatible with it, namely the HTC Vive. It is thought that the Index will have a dual display of 2880 by 1600 pixels and a 135 degree field of view. It is known that the headset will have an IPD slider, which is a good sign. The tracking is also going to be excellent, as it will allegedly make use of lighthouse trackers that rival the Vive Pros. Going back to the controllers though, the Knuckles controller looks amazing so far. I'll link a video that shows them off since I unfortunately don't have my own to demonstrate, but the ergonomics are definitely an upgrade from the already amazing Rift controllers. Now that you have the information about the most relevant headsets, I'll explain, in my personal opinion, why virtual reality is something you should absolutely get. Virtual reality is amazing. Even right now, in its infancy stage, it's amazingly immersive and incredibly fun to experience. Games coming out for VR are only increasing along with the quality of them, and the top games now, like Beatsaber, offer lots of replayability. Even if you're not interested in games, other things are great experiences too, like watching YouTube videos, especially more mature ones. And if you're still not sure about VR, then you might not be ready for it just yet. Thank you very much for watching the whole video. I created a visual graph summing up all the information in this video, so check that out too. It'll be in the video description. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment. It helps other people find the video. Subscribe if you're interested in what I do. And again, thanks for watching.